Good morning, guys. Do you know what you have been doing all day without really thinking about it? Well, it would be rather unfortunate if you forgot to. We're not talking about picking your nose. We are talking about breathing. All living creatures need to exchange substances with their environment. To exchange gases like oxygen and carbon dioxide, us human beings use our respiratory system. In this video, we will show you how exactly that works and what organs we need for that. When we inhale, air travels through our nostrils into our nasal cavity. From there, it continues to our throat and reaches the trachea. We are doing all of this in such an automatic manner that strongly focusing on it nearly feels a bit weird. The trachea is the pipe that connects our mouth and our nose with our lungs. The lungs are our central respiratory organ. They are located in our chest and are surrounded by our ribs. A grown-up human being can hold up to 5 or 6 liters of air at once. Just think of 2 bags when imagining your lungs. We all have a right and a left lung. The right lung is divided into 3 lobes. There is the superior lobe, the medial lobe, and the inferior lobe. The left lung is a little bit smaller than the right one since the heart is on the left side and claims some space for itself. It only consists of the superior lobe and the inferior lobe. The medial lobe on the left side literally hangs on the superior lobe like a flap. Since there is a right and left lung, the trachea branches off in the respective bags. The airways of every lung branch off in many bronchial tubes. Those are smaller, narrow tubes that spread like a network in each lung. The bronchial tubes branch further off in bronchioles that are even smaller and narrower than the bronchial tubes. At the end of each bronchial tube is a group of little sacs that are called air sacs or pulmonary alveoli. The air streams through this network of pipes in our lungs that has these groups of air sacs at its ends. One human being has about 300 million of these little sacs. In addition to a network of pipes where our tidal air streams through, we also have a network of blood vessels. The smallest blood vessels of all, the capillaries, surround the alveoli. The inhaled air reaches the alveoli, which is as far as it gets. A gas exchange takes place between them and the capillaries. But what kind of gases are they exchanging? The blood in the capillaries comes from the organs and contains a lot of carbon dioxide. That's our body's byproduct that we need to get rid of. But the oxygen in the alveoli needs to get to the organs since they need that in order to function. Oxygen is exchanged with carbon dioxide. How does this exchange happen? A gas exchange in the lung is a diffusion process. In that process, a substance moves from one place where it is highly concentrated to another place where there is only a little concentration of it. In theory, this happens until the concentration difference is compensated. This is what it looks like during the breathing. There is a higher concentration of oxygen in the alveoli than in the capillaries. But the capillaries contain more carbon dioxide than the alveoli. Furthermore, the alveolar membrane lets oxygen and carbon dioxide pass through. That leads to a diffusion of oxygen through the membrane into the capillaries. At the same time, carbon dioxide travels from the capillaries through the membrane to the alveoli. As soon as the oxygen reaches the capillaries, it is absorbed by the red blood cells and transported to the organs. Carbon dioxide is given off during exhaling. The next breath will fill the alveoli with fresh oxygen and the whole process will start over again. Maybe you are now asking yourself, how the heck is that supposed to work? The lungs don't have any muscles, but the chest still rises and falls every time we breathe. In order for that to work, the lungs seek help from the diaphragm. That is a muscle located directly underneath both lungs. It separates the chest area from the abdomen. That is also the muscle that is to blame every time you have the hiccups. When the muscle contracts, an underinflation in the lungs arises and air is being drawn into the lungs. This process is called inhalation or inspiration. When the diaphragm relaxes again, the lungs are being contracted and the air flows through the nose and the mouth to the outside. This is called exhalation or expiration. Nice! So guys, that is everything there is to know about breathing. We prepared a teeny weeny summary for you. When inhaling, air is being drawn through the nasal cavity, the throat, and the trachea into the lungs. From there, it travels through the bronchial tubes and the bronchioles to the alveoli. That's where a gas exchange between the alveoli and the capillaries takes place. Gas exchange in our body works through diffusion. Oxygen in the blood, carbon dioxide out of it. When exhaling, the air now rich in carbon dioxide takes the same way back from the alveoli. The whole process starts over again with the next breath. Nice! See you guys in the next video.